Welcome to Clewiston, Florida, America's sweetest town. We are on the outskirts of Clewiston, and we're first going to drive through a residential neighborhood on the outskirts of town known as Harlem. You can see on the right the flowering of the sugarcane. It's a beautiful sunset towards the west right now, and we're going to explore the city of Clewiston. This city is in South Central Florida, just south of Lake Okeechobee, and we're going to go into a residential area first. On the right of us are Sugarcane Plantations. You can see the sugarcane flowering on top right now. Beautiful sunset towards the right of us. Clewiston has come a long way, but it still has a long way to go as well. In the last year, there's been a few tragic losses in this town. Violence has taken a toll on the city in the last year. But nonetheless, despite very unfortunate situations that have happened in this town, the town has come a long way. The neighborhood that we're going to go into now, in the year 2007, 2008, if you were trying to drive through this neighborhood, you would have beer bottles and rocks thrown at your car. You couldn't come in here back then. Of course, I was a teenager, and I came back here stupidly back then, and they would throw rocks at you and stuff. So this is definitely it's definitely come a long way from those times to where we are now. But this is the community of Harlem, which is just outside of Clewiston. There's a crunch for land in South Florida, and you know, Clewiston has become expensive. Even though there isn't income here, there isn't you know, the poverty stats are not as bad as Immokalee or Glade, but there's definitely not incredible opportunities here. Sugarcane being agricultural related. And I want to just show you guys real quick how beautiful the sunset is before we turn back around and drive through the neighborhood. A perfectly flat state of Florida. Everything is flat, just a flat sunset in that direction over there. So just a unique landscape of Florida. And we're gonna go now and tour this neighborhood and the city of Clewiston. But this trailer's been here for a while too. There's a little trailer here I want to show you guys real quick. This trailer that's here, that's pretty neat right there. All right, let's go. But yeah, you couldn't drive through this neighborhood many years ago. This is the type of neighborhood where even like bad people would be afraid to come in here. Like I had some friends over from Clewiston, and they were bad kids, man. They were terrified of coming back here. So you couldn't come back here back in the day. But it's improved a lot to where now you can come in here if you're not from here. But this neighborhood used to be very, very dangerous. Now it's just it's improved a lot for the better. But again, there's a brown sugar festival here that the city's known for, and this year at the Brown Sugar Festival, somebody was lost. Really tragic event there. So we continue to kind of deal with the same problems that this community's had for a long time, unfortunately. Other than that, I mean, right here there's probably 20 or 30 people gathered right there at that park, just hanging out. It's a nice, cool day, beautiful day to be out with family and friends, hanging out. There's a mural right here I can make out. Let's take a look at this mural. For sure I can make out Martin Luther King. Is that Malcolm X? Mm-hmm. Malcolm X. Who else is in there? Is that Malcolm X? I'm not sure. I'm blind.
Yes.
Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Nice mural here. But this community has had some challenges, you know, and unfortunately, you know, even though there's been so much improvement, which there has been in this area, there's still a long way to go. But nonetheless, real estate in South Florida continues to be difficult to obtain, and that equals that for the most part there's more interest from investors. According to USA Today, they recently published their top 50 worst places to live in America, and nearby Belle Glade was on the list. And what was interesting about that is that it mentioned the reason Belle Glade was on the list of the top 50 worst places in America, worst towns in America, is because there's interest in the land of Florida, you know, being South Florida, you know, weather and all that. The investment is here before the opportunities, and it has made life for the regular working class people pretty much hard enough to where USA Today put Belle Glade as, which is not far from here, as one of the worst places to live in America. Contributing factor being the housing costs just doesn't add up. Doesn't add up to what people make, to wages. And that's a problem that all of South Florida is facing, but in particular these little communities like Clewiston, Belle Glade, you know, investors are coming in and snatching up the real estate. We're in Louisiana now, and they're coming in and snatching up the real estate, but they're not bringing any jobs or anything. And in fact, part of their strategy in acquiring real estate and you know, just kind of crunching people out of the properties might just be that there aren't opportunities, that there aren't any way for the people to make money, forcing people out of their homes because they want South Florida. The weather is a contributing factor. What's that dunk, bro? Caprice, that thing is clean, bro. One day we're gonna see a Caprice like that. It's gonna help for sale, son, and I'm gonna have you run to the bank and get the cash for me. What? It's nice that, you know, if you put your window down, you can hear the train coming through here. That's always a neat little thing, to hear the train running through. But we're gonna take Georgia up out of here and see the rest of Clewiston. We don't want to spend the whole time in this one particular neighborhood, but you can hear it. There it is, the train in the background. Dude, there are so many old school rides in this town. This one right there, look at that. That one's just sitting there. But I'm sure it'd be offensive to ask somebody they'd sell their car that doesn't have for sales on. I am dying to get my hands on an old school, and Katie and I are really excited about this old school. It's in our future. I see it, you see it, we see it. And I know Katie's as excited as I am about it. What? I'm gonna go out the back way. Dude, that thing is a monster. That thing, catalytic converter down there. That thing, put the catalytic converter back on that thing, man. That thing's just, I tell you what. Alright, so you can see there's a little hangout spot here. Quite a few people hanging out. Pretty deep. Look at that Buick rig right there, man. Pretty deep, man. And it's a Monday. It's not even on a Saturday or Sunday. It's a Monday. But this is the Harlem community. Clewiston's also produced a few really good football players that are from here. So there's a lot of, you know, and the same thing can be said about Belle Glade and Immokalee. These are towns that, despite poverty, people have come up out of here. You know, there's football players. There's you know, not one or two. I'm talking like there's been a few. But all these little towns here in South Florida. There's the sunset once again. down towards Naples right now. It's kind of a horrible lighting condition to film. Pretty crappy lighting conditions to film. But yeah, if you came in this neighborhood in 2007, 2008, they would have definitely not just let you ride through here. It was pretty scary back then. This is Georgia right here, because it will take us out. This will take us out as well. You know, it's Georgia. Is it Georgia? Yeah, it'll take us back out. Actually, let's go this way. Let's go this way so we can see the we can see the drive in the Clewiston from this side. It's pretty nice. But there they are, the endless sugarcane fields of Florida. Horrible lighting condition on this video. I think this is probably the worst lighting conditions we've had to record in a while. So we're gonna run back over to Highway 80. And yeah, there's been a lot of interest in Clewiston from investors. You know, with land prices going up all over South Florida. These investors are coming in here, buying up everything, and leaving the local residents with no opportunity to get their hands on real estate, which, you know, is ultimately the success of the people that are from here. Kind of depends on their ability to get their hands on their own real estate. You know, if you can't get your hands on real estate, then it's a very big deterrent. And luckily for a lot of people in this region, their eyes were opened up to the reality that they needed to work hard and get ahead and get their hands on real estate. And I know a lot of people that have acquired properties out here and they're kind of positioned a little bit better. You know, I used to love coming through here as a kid. Every time we, you know, whenever we go to West Palm Beach, which was quite often, having family down there and all. We have family down that way, and also we would come to West Palm Beach quite often. And when we would come to West Palm Beach, this is the route you would take. And I remember as a kid coming through here, and you know, Belglade, Clewiston, you'd see all these, you know, old school cars with big wheels. There was a lot of it back then. I mean, there'd be a lot of like pimped out rides. There's usually a speed trap right before you enter Clewiston. So there's a Clewiston city limit sign right there. There's usually speed traps through here, so just be careful coming into Clewiston. There's a sugar cane on the left again, very tall. And they'll even work through the night. They put big lights on the tractors when it's harvest time. They're even working late at night. And there'll be a lot of activity in the cities. Like Belglade will get packed. I mean, there's a little bit more money moving around. There it is, 40 miles an hour. Put on cruise control here just to make sure we don't get burned on that one. Shed store here. My mother used to love coming all the way out here. When I was little kid, my mother would bring me here to look at the mobile homes. You know, she always dreamed about buying a new mobile home and putting it up somewhere. But here we are in the outskirts of Clewiston, pretty much in it now. There's a Walmart on the left here. They got their own Walmart. Town's got everything you need, really, other than a Publix. They have a Walmart. They have great restaurants in Clewiston. Really good. Lots of good Latin, Mexican, Cuban. By the way, the population here is 40% Hispanic, if not more. So you have a good mix of you got black, you got Hispanic, and you got white. It's very diverse for a small town, really. And everybody gets along really good here. This is great people out here. Great people out here, man. Great town, great people. Unfortunately, like I said, they're still struggling with a lot of violence. You know. The Sunshine Restaurant, Mexican restaurant, the other end of town, used to be a good restaurant if you're coming between West Palm Beach and Naples, but it seems like right now, last time we went there, it wasn't all that great, right?
That was a few years ago, so it could be.
Yeah, it could be better. It could be different.
Yeah, it could change.
Could be wetter, could be worse. Who knows? they put up a new hotel here, which, you know, for a small town to get a new hotel, they don't put up new hotels in small towns. I mean, is that it right there? Is that it right there?
Yeah, that is a newer design.
Newer hotel. And they don't, like I said, for small towns just don't get those investments. It's kind of rare for a small town to get a new hotel, especially when there's already a bunch of older ones. But they put up a newer one, Hampton Inn. That's not the best, but it's not the bottom of the barrel either. Big trucks come through here. A lot of big trucks. Every once in a while, you see some pretty big jacked up trucks. I think there's a sugarcane museum here and a Seminole museum. Right here on the left, you'll see the Cuban Restaurant. They're pretty good. I think they're called, what are they called?
Really good.
What are they called?
Julio's,
yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, it's not like the best Cuban food you ever have. It's not like that good, but it's good. It is good.
It's really good.
To get a nice Cuban coffee and some congri or something, or yuca or whatever, in the middle of nowhere like this, is awesome. It is awesome. On the left is the nicer side of the town, historic, bigger houses. The city's got a few beautiful neighborhoods on the left, big palm trees, kind of really nice. And then on the right, again, you'll have a little bit more of a kind of like poor neighborhoods. But if you go to the left, in the left side, you'll get some pretty big, nice, older houses in there. The city's known for bass fishing, some of the best bass fishing being close to Lake Okeechobee. And there might actually be peacock. Are there peacocks here? I'm not sure. There might be.
They're pretty much around Florida.
They're all over. I mean, we got them in Naples. They got them in Palm Beach. They might have them here. I don't know if they're catching peacocks out here yet, but we're catching them in Naples. There's theories of peacock bass in Lehigh and Cape Coral, but I haven't seen them yet. They're definitely in Palm Beach County, though. Broward, Palm Beach, Dade. We're going to turn real quick on Francisco. There's also a mobile home park on this side called Twin Lakes, which is also very kind of notorious. I think this will take us to Sonora, which will take us into Twin Lakes if we go this route. But what's nice is you can get a Clewiston address in a place like Pioneer, Montura. They're kind of more rural communities. Let me see if I can get this windshield cleaned up. There are some good rural addresses that are more, on this side over here you got some trailer parks that are kind of more run down. And there's a part of the year when they're processing that sugarcane, the smell is unbearable. Sometimes it's nice, and there's sometimes where it's like a decent like sugar, you know, like a sugar type of smell. But sometimes it's like a sugar, and sometimes it's like a nasty burnt smell. I've been through here and it smells great. It smells like burnt fresh sugar, you know. And other times I've been through here and it just smells like burnt trees and stuff. So there's different categories to the sugarcane smell. I bet these canals are loaded with bass, man. That canal right there, I bet you the bass fishing in that little canal right there has got to be great. Throw a little warm in there and just who knows what's in there. That's the thing about South Florida, you just never know what's in the water. You got all these tropical fish from South America. You just don't know what you're gonna get. But we're gonna drive through town, get back to the main road and keep driving through town. It's nice to see Clewiston again, it's been a while. Beautiful coconut, look at that. Coconut right there with the sunset in the background. That is Florida right there, man. And again, I'm sorry with the lighting conditions. It seems like we got a really crappy lighting condition day for recording it. It hasn't been the best recording conditions. See if I can mess with the exposure a little bit. No, we got a glare for some reason. That's kind of odd. I don't know if it's on the inside. It could be on the inside. I don't know if you got a napkin or something. That glare is probably on the inside. You got a napkin?
No. I do it. No, I think it's through
There's
the
gotta be a napkin or something. Here, this work. See if we can eliminate some of that glare.
I found this.
No, there's like a nasty. Let's see if that helps. No, we'll do.
That might help more.
But yeah, historic Clewiston. The city was founded in the late 20s, mid 20s. So it's not that old of a town, but that's pretty old for Florida. A businessman from Tampa came over here to found this place. And you got those rich Cubans that own everything down here. You got a bunch of rich Cubans that own everything in South Florida. All the land. All the land. I think they live in West Palm Beach. There's a...
I think that restaurant's closed now.
Is it?
It
they had gone...
open.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. They went downhill. I just know, like,
They did.
back in the day, they were awesome. But
Yeah.
recently, they've gone... Last time we went, they've gone downhill.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Before current situation. Yeah.
I don't know.
When we went. Yeah, it was a few years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be incredible, but sometimes, you know... Usually these small types of towns always have the best restaurants.
Yeah. And one thing I have noticed with restaurants in our travels is that you can have a cook today, and then 6 months from now, you have a different cook.
And that's it.
And it's either good or bad.
Look at Maria's and Bonita. Maria's and Bonita used to be incredible. And now they're like... So I wouldn't go back to Maria's anymore, probably.
No.
They really aren't the same.
Yeah, and it's been like that for a while.
Yeah. Alright, so that's it. That's a drive through Clewiston. I hope you guys liked the video. I'm really glad to be back in Clewiston again, since our last Clewiston videos did incredible. Really, really did well. And we have a few subscribers that are from Clewiston that every time we come through here and do a video in Clewiston, they get really excited. So there it is, Clewiston, Florida. Hope you guys like it. Check it out.